YouTube, what's good? This is Jamal, back with another YouTube video today. Hold up. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe on the videos, all right? All right, so today we're gonna be talking about my Montale fragrance collection. Now I have 17 bottles in total, and I don't really plan on getting any more. I think I'm really good with what I have, unless they come out with something that's super crazy that I feel like I need to get. Other than that, I feel like I got the best ones from the brand. And if you don't know, Mancera and Montale are like brother and sister companies because the perfumer, his name is Pierre Montale, he owns both companies. So some of these fragrances do share some similarities with some Manceras, but Montale has this way of doing a Montale thing. If you are into Montales, you know what I'm talking about. It's just, you can smell a Montale fragrance. They're very distinct, but they have like something very similar to each other. Also, I want you to understand, if you watch my videos, I don't want you to ever feel like you need to go out and purchase all these fragrances. You really don't. Like, I love fragrance. This is what I do. But for the average person, you don't need all these fragrances. They're very expensive. They cost a lot of money. And I just don't want y'all to feel like you gotta be pressured to go out and get any fragrances, because some people get that way when they watch fragrance content, that they feel like they need to go and buy stuff. You ain't gotta do all that. Get you some good fragrances, couple here and there, and you good to go. Before we get into the review, I just want to tell y'all, every fragrance on this list is a performer. Montale fragrances, just like Mancera, all perform. I'm talking about at least 8+ hours. Some of these fragrances on this list are insanely strong. I'm talking about 12+ hours projection the whole time. So definitely be mindful of that. I'm just being honest with you. They're very strong. They do what they need to do. So we're gonna get right into the video. First up, Oud Tobacco. So some of the notes in here, you have sumac, citrus, cumin, oud, tobacco. This is a beautiful fragrance. And to me, what this smells like is this super sweet oud and tobacco fragrance. Now, it's some citrus in there. I don't really pick up on the citrus. To me, I pick up on like this grape soda accord. I don't know what it is, but it just works very well with this fragrance. And I just love how it smells. I love how it's blended. This is a super easy oud to wear. And out of the Montale fragrances, I would say this is probably like my second favorite Montale, because it's very different. It's very unique. When I first got this, I was like, I ain't never smelled nothing like this. Now, this fragrance is compared to Clive Christian's Blonde Amber, but I never really smelled that fragrance. This is a phenomenal fragrance. I do think that this is a unisex scent, but I feel like the guys will like this more personally. But this is definitely unisex. Oud Tobacco. Next up, Crazy in Love. So some of the notes in Crazy in Love, you got rose, saffron, brown sugar, amber, vanilla. This is a gorgeous scent. Now, this is a fragrance that is super strong. Don't let this bottle fool you. This is really the pink monster. This is insanely strong. What this smells like to me is a very rose and saffron dominated fragrance. It almost gives me oud satin mood vibes, but take out the oud and just amp it up with rose, saffron, and then just some sweetness from the vanilla and the amber. Do not overspray this. I promise you, you'll be mad at yourself. So if you put the right amount of sprays on, this will work for you. But I'm telling you, this is so strong. I'm talking about 12+ hours. This is outer worldly strong. All right, be careful with this. Don't let this bottle fool you. This is very unisex, but I will say, I feel like the ladies will definitely lean more towards this, but it smells great. Definitely don't blind buy none of these fragrances on this list. Sample them. Crazy in Love. Next up, Intense Cafe. Before I even get into it, this is a tester version of Intense Cafe. You could tell because you can't pull the pin out of it. This is probably the only tester I own up here. The other ones, I'll show you in the next fragrance. You can pull the pin out. Tester versions, you cannot pull the pin out. But I mean, like, you can't beat the price. I think I got this for like 60 bucks. Tester, brand new. Can't mess with that price. So some of the notes in Intense Cafe, you got florals, rose, coffee, amber, and vanilla. To me, this is such a beautiful rose and vanilla fragrance. I mean, like chef's kiss rose and vanilla fragrance. Like the way Pierre Montale just went in the kitchen and just got busy, put the apron on and just cooked this one up. This is absolutely fire. And this is one of the more popular fragrances from the brand. Very well known. A lot of people know about it. It's been around. It's a staple. If you love Montale, or if you own any Montales, most people, if they have Montales, they own this one. I will say it does have some similarities between Roses Vanille by Mancera, but I think Roses Vanille, that's more like feminine leaning. This is more like unisex to me, and I love the way this smells. If you want to tap in with it, you could tap in with it. Intense Cafe. Next up, Amber Musk. And see, with this fragrance, you can pull the pin out and put it right back in. Now, if the pin is in, you can't spray it. So I just want to, I said I was gonna show you, that's what I'm talking about. It just got this little clickety clackety thing going on, but it doesn't bother me at all. Some of the notes in Amber Musk, obviously there's amber, there's musk, it's cedar, there's some powdery notes in there, and I think there's some ambergris. This is one of their newer releases. Like I think it came out maybe like 2022, 2021. So it's definitely probably hasn't gone around the community too much. This is an absolute sleeper fragrance. What this smells like is like a musky, powdery fragrance. It gives me a little bit of like another 13 by Byredo vibes, but like on steroids, if that makes any sense. Obviously, it smells a little more synthetic, but it give me those vibes. It really do. And it's one of these fragrances that you can just pick this up, grab it and go, because it's very clean, very musky, but you can also layer this with other fragrances. Very unisex, anybody can wear this. Sleeper, newer release, definitely sample, amber musk. Next up, Oud Pashmina. Some of the notes in Oud Pashmina, you have oud, rose, vanilla, and gray musk. This fragrance, what it really smells like to me, it reminds me of Ombre Nomad by LV. Take the fragrance and make it way more sweeter. I honestly prefer Oud Pashmina over Ombre Nomad because I just don't like how dark Ombre Nomad is. It's not sweet enough for me. Not saying that it's not a good fragrance. I think it's an awesome fragrance, but it's just not my taste. Oud Pashmina takes the DNA and just adds a whole lot of sweetness to it. Montale will take DNAs and do their own interpretations of it. It's not a clone, it's just their own interpretations. Oud Pashmina. Next up, Honey Oud. Some of the notes in Honey Oud, you got honey, oud, vanilla, cinnamon, amber. Y'all, this is another hidden gem. Not really talked about, super slept on. What I get out of this fragrance is you get a nice honey and cinnamon, but then you have that oud just to give it a little bit of dirtiness. And I love how this smells. It does have like a slight gourmandish vibe, like almost like in that angel sheer space, but it don't smell like angel. It just give you a little vibe, like, okay, I see what you're doing there, but less is more with this fragrance. You will get compliments galore with this. People love something about this fragrance. When I wear it, people love this fragrance. It is just one of those ones that people don't talk about it, slept on, tap in with it. Very unisex, Honey Oud. Next up, Blue Matcha. Some of the notes in Blue Matcha, you have matcha tea, lemon, cedar, some powdery notes, and then you have like, I think it's some musk in the base. So this is a very different type of fragrance. To me, it's like a powdery, musky matcha vibe of a fragrance. Like that's what you really get out of it. It's very clean, easy to wear. It's not doing a whole lot, but it's doing a whole lot. If you know what I'm saying with that, it's doing just what you needed to do. But I love how clean it is. It's an easy going fragrance, very unisex. You ain't gotta worry about it. Pick it up, grab it and go. Blue Matcha. All right, next up, Pure Love. So some of the notes in Pure Love, you have rose, sandalwood, vanilla, ambergris. I think it's some musk. This is a very slept on fragrance as well. Not talked about. Really what this fragrance is very, to me, it smells simple, but it smells good. It's a woody vanilla fragrance. That's what I get out of this fragrance. And this is one of those fragrances that you could just pick it up and go. Most people are not smelling like this, but this is one of those scents that you don't got to think about, but it just works. I never smelled a bad woody and vanilla fragrance. I don't know. But this is a sleeper in the community. Again, a lot of people don't talk about this one, but definitely one you should try out. Very unisex. I think a woman or a man can rock this easy. Pure Love. Next up, Red Oud. So some of the notes in Red Oud, you have oud, rose, cumin, orris root. This is also another fragrance that's not talked about a lot. But what I get out of this fragrance, to me, it has this gourmand vibe to it. Although it doesn't have chocolate in it, to me, it smells like a chocolate oud fragrance. I don't know. If anybody's ever smelled this fragrance, please let me know down below. Because I just got this not too long ago, but that's what I get out of it. Like this chocolate oud vibe. And it's different, but it works. And you know, I don't like no animalic oud. Like that's to me, that's not player. I can't rock nothing that smell like barnyard. This is a sweet chocolatey oud. I like it. It's very unique, very different. Tap in with this if you can. But if you have smelled it, let me know down below in the comments, because I'm curious to see if y'all smelling what I'm smelling with this fragrance. Red Oud. Next up, Ristretto Intense Cafe. Some of the notes in here, you have a lot of rose, a lot of coffee in the top and middle note. Then you have vanilla, caramel, and amber in the base. What this smells like is Intense Cafe that I talked about earlier. The coffee and rose is dialed all the way up. Honestly, the coffee overpowers the rose and vanilla in this. If you want an Intense Cafe, because a lot of people is like, you know, Intense Cafe, it has cafe in it. You would think that there's some coffee in there. That's more of a rose and vanilla based fragrance, but you still get those beautiful hints of vanilla and rose in it. It's different, you know, it's really different. And I like the take that they did, because I feel like they listened to what the community was saying about Intense Cafe. Not that they complained about Intense Cafe, because it is a staple, but some people were like, you know, where's the coffee at? It's right here. That's all, you know what I'm saying? It's right here. If you was looking for it, Now it's here. But this is another fragrance. I feel like a lot of people don't talk about it neither, but this is a good fragrance, especially for my people who like those gourmand scents, those coffee fragrances. This is a good one right here. People love it, easy to wear, very gourmand. You know, shout out to my gourmand king, because y'all always tapped in. This is another gourmand fragrance right here. Definitely unisex too. If you can, tap in with it. If you smelled it before, let me know in the comments below. Ristretto Intense Cafe. Next up, Chocolate Greedy. So some of the notes in Chocolate Greedy, you have cacao, vanilla, tonka bean, dried fruits, bitter orange, and I think coffee. So this is another gourmand fragrance. When I'm telling you, like, very gourmandy. To me, what this smells like is chocolate, but it's not like, I wouldn't say it's not like your Lindt or Hershey's chocolate. It's more so like a powdery chocolate. It almost gave me like a little nostalgic vibe of, like, you know, like your Nestle's powder chocolate milk. That's the type of vibe I get out of it. And this is a good fragrance. It's definitely a head turner. It's definitely a head turner, because I've worn this. You walking around smelling like edible chocolate, and I love the way this one smells. But you know, if you want to be in a chocolate vibe, especially, you know, I always say for my brothers, you know, my brothers that like to be edible, this is a good fragrance right here. Slept on. Tap in with it. Chocolate Greedy. Next up, Arabians Tonka, and the bottle design on this is absolutely beautiful. Some of the notes in Arabians Tonka, you got saffron, bergamot, wood rose, tonka bean, and sugarcane. Arabians Tonka is definitely one of the most popular from Montale right now. Hyped up, gassed up on TikTok. Like, it's really one of them ones that's going crazy. And I will say that the hype is definitely real on this fragrance. It's as good as they hype it up to be. What this fragrance reminds me of is take Intense Cafe and Crazy in Love, add some oud in there, and this is what you get right here. Very gorgeous fragrance. This is one of those fragrances that you wear when you really want to absolutely spank the room. I'm talking about BTA. You come in there like, I'm dominating the room. This is my house. This is one of them fragrances you're gonna put on. Absolute powerhouse. This will be on you 12 plus hours. Do not overspray this. Spray just enough, because this is gonna work for you. People love how this smells. You're gonna get complimented, but don't overspray this one. Don't be a jerk. Very unisex. I think both men and women can wear this, but I'm telling you, this is a very majestic, rich fragrance. Tap in with it, and if you have tapped in with it, let me know down in the comments below. It's one of the ones. Arabians Tonka. Next up, Fougere's Marine. Some of the notes in Fougere's Marine, you have sea moss, geranium, lavender. I think it's some oak moss in there. This is a good fragrance. What I get out of this fragrance, really, this is like a green aquatic fragrance. It is such a clean scent. This is one you can wear anywhere. I'm talking about work, safe, friendly, out on it. It's just one of those fragrances. It just suits every situation. What this fragrance also reminds me of, it reminds me of the late 90s, early 2000s. I'm talking about 2001, 2002 Christmas, because I'm a 92 baby. It reminds me of getting Tommy by Tommy Hilfiger gift sets, because I've been smelling good my whole life. I'm gonna keep it, I'm being honest with you. I come from a family of smelling good. Like, everybody smell good. That's just something, that's what we do. Every family got their thing. That's one of our things. We like to smell good. And I used to get Tommy Hilfiger growing up, like gift sets for Christmas. And it brings me back. This is Tommy Hilfiger done niche. I'm talking about high quality, not cheap smelling, blended right. This is this fragrance right here. A lot of people don't talk about it, but I think it's a good fragrance from the house. Fougere's Marine. All right, next up, Dark Vanilla. Some of the notes in Dark Vanilla, you got spices, leather, oud, patchouli, obviously vanilla. So what this fragrance smells like to me is literally its name. It smells like vanilla, but just dark. Very different, beautiful. I love how this one smells. I feel like for the guys, this is definitely a vanilla, especially for the guys that want to be, you know, super macho. This is one of those vanillas, if you don't want to smell super sweet, this is one that you have, because it got that spice in there. The oud, it just gives it like a dark, dirty vibe. It smells phenomenal, super slept on. I think this is a gem. Definitely something you should get your nose on. Dark Vanilla. Next up, Infinity. This fragrance is one of them ones, and it's a newer release too. A lot of people ain't talking about this one. I'm stamping this one. I'm gonna go ahead and put my stamp on this. This is a good fragrance. So some of the notes in Infinity, you have black cherry, plum, pink pepper, oud, tobacco. So what this fragrance smells like to me, it is definitely a sweet cherry fragrance, but also very dark at the same time because of that tobacco and that oud. Now, if you go on Fragrantica, a lot of people says that it smells like Hedonistic by Clive Christian. I don't know how that smells. I don't, and I ain't gonna tell you that it smells like that. This is a phenomenal fragrance, and a lot of people like that fragrance. So I feel like if you like that fragrance, you will definitely like this. It's definitely more on the pricier side of Montale. Like, discounted, you getting this like $94. Unisex, I think guys and girls can rock this, but it's a fire fragrance. I'm telling y'all, fire. Tap in with it. Infinity. Next up, Oudys. Some of the notes in Oudys, you have C notes, lemon, bergamot, ginger, oud. This fragrance right here is an absolute gem. I just got this not too long ago, but when I tell you, this is a gem. What this smells like is an aquatic oud. I mean, like, I've never smelled a fragrance like this, and I'm not gassing it up. I'm just saying this is a good fragrance. A gem, sleeper, nobody talking about this fragrance. This is different. Think about Montale, because they give you unique offerings. Like, a lot of people not walking around smelling like an aquatic oud. You know what I'm saying? They just not. But I feel like the guys will like this more. I'm being honest with you. The guys definitely will like this one. This is definitely up our alley. Oudys. Last up, and this is my favorite Montale fragrance for a reason. It's just that good. And if you know, you know. Sensual Instinct. I love this fragrance. Oh my goodness. Some of the notes in Sensual Instinct, you got coffee beans, praline, rose, oak moss, amber, and I think cedar. If you've been watching my videos, you know what I said. Aventus Creed and Baccarat are my two favorite DNAs. So I love any fragrance that tries to do like their spin on it. I'm all for it. I really am. To me, this fragrance definitely takes that Baccarat DNA, adds more depth to it, but also a little bit of dirtiness to it just from the oak moss, just to give it some more character. Sensual Instinct is like Baccarat's little sister that literally watched what Baccarat did, took and learned from the mistakes, and just made it better. That's just what I get out of this fragrance. I absolutely love this fragrance. When I wear this, compliments galore. I'll never forget, I wore this to work one time, right? And I'll never forget, I had a coworker, she was training somebody new. So my coworker, she was like, who is wearing that? Like, she was just like, almost like flabbergasted, like floored. So the person she was training was like, oh, I got on Versace. She was like, that ain't no Versace. Yeah. She was like, that's not no Versace right there. That's not Versace. I had to let her know, nah, this is Sensual Instinct. This is one of those fragrances that it goes crazy. It does. And it's super strong. They're all strong. But this is one I just love how it smells. I love this fragrance. And it's for a good reason, because it's just that good. This is one, if you know, you know. Sensual Instinct. All right, y'all, that's all I got for you. I hope you enjoyed the video. That's 17 of my favorite Montales. I'm not buying any more. Montale, send me some, and send me some Manceras if you're watching this. I would greatly appreciate it. Every fragrance that I have in my collection in all these Montales, either I purchased them or I got gifted them by a family member, or my fiance bought them. She buys me a lot of fragrances, being honest with you. But these are all coming out of my money. I'm not paid to give y'all or push any fragrance. This is my personal opinion. I just want y'all to understand that, you know, I try to be as genuine as possible when I'm talking to y'all about fragrance. With that being said, I got more content on the way. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on TikTok. Follow me on Instagram. You already know what time it is. We get into it. Stay blessed.